Good evening, everyone. I know it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning here in central Mississippi, and the weather has been quiet so far. I just wanted to hop on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube and just give y'all an update about what's going on, because we haven't had any warnings so far, which is good. But as I talked about in the 9 and 10 o'clock news, the timing did look like it was moving a little later in the evening, and that certainly is what happened. The storms still have not made it to central Mississippi, but they are on their way, so you still need to remain weather aware as we move throughout the rest of this morning. New from the Weather Service, a severe thunderstorm watch has been issued, which does include much of central Mississippi. It does exclude south central Mississippi as well as portions of the Pine Belt. But for the most of us, we are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 8 a.m. So we're still watching for the potential for some storms that could produce strong, gusty and damaging winds, as well as large hail, and once again the threat for tornadoes. Just because we're under severe thunderstorm watch does not mean that these storms aren't going to be capable of producing a tornado. It just means that the tornadoes are not going to be the main threat, but there still could be a couple as we move throughout the overnight hours. I just want to show you live IMAX 12. We're still dealing with these calm conditions. We've still got calm conditions over central Mississippi and the Pine Belt. Notice though that cloud cover is starting to build back in. The cold front is off to our west, and you can see this kind of line of storms that's starting to form. There's actually some severe thunderstorm warnings bordering Mississippi right now, so I'm about to move north of Greenville up here. But the rest of us, the storms are still pretty far off to the west in Louisiana. But as we continue to go through the morning, I do expect this line to make its way through central Mississippi as well as the Pine Belt. Just taking an overall view of the regional radar, still got the low pressure system off to the north, and then the cold front located just south of it, which is pushing these storms off to the east, and that's what's initiating the formation of these storms. We're going to be watching these as we go through the rest of tonight. Now, this severe weather graphic is this is the correct graphic for today, but since it's after midnight, the actual day 1 severe weather threat graphic has been reset. So we are still all under an enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk for the potential for severe weather. This outlook right here is in effect I believe it's after 6 a.m. this morning. But for the overnight hours, we are all under that level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk. For strong gusty winds, 70 miles per hour or greater, are going to be the main threats. But large hail up to 2-inch size in diameter, and also a few tornadoes are possible. Still watching for the potential for some localized flooding as well. Here's the latest future tracker. 2 a.m., those storms potentially moving into our northwestern counties. Does look like it's running just a few minutes ahead, so probably just add 30 minutes to an hour to what this is actually showing, at least for now. Moving into our northwestern river counties as we move throughout the early morning hours. Here in the metro, I'm still expecting between 5, 6, 7 o'clock is when we can see this line of storms move through. Now, these are still going to be capable of producing those strong damaging winds as well as large hail, but it's going to unfortunately make its way through the metro at probably the worst time that it could for that drive time to work this morning. Continuing off towards the south and east, this line of storms will hold together as it moves towards the Pine Belt, continuing with those same potential threats. Hattiesburg, it's looking like later in the morning for you, probably closer to mid-morning before this clears out. But then, behind this line of storms, those clouds will start to clear, and we'll have a beautiful Monday afternoon in store with just a few scattered showers here and there. Here's the latest timing. Now, once again, the storm outlook doesn't line up since we're past midnight, but we all are still under that enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk for the chance for severe weather. Between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. for these extreme northern counties, basically Issaquah, Yazoo, and Atala counties, and points north from 2 to 5. Generally around the metro area from 4 to 7. That does include Jackson and mainly those areas along the I-20 corridor and points northward. You can expect these storms between 4 to 7, and then from 6 to 9 for those in central Mississippi as well as the Pine Belt. So there's that timing for you. The models are doing pretty good where the storms are now, so I would anticipate this to hold together. This is going to be an overnight event through the early morning hours and then through mid-morning for the Pine Belt. Just want to show you the rainfall graphic one more time. Flash flooding could be possible over some areas, as I'm expecting almost everyone to see at least an inch of rain from these storms that do move through, but we could have some heavier pockets, 2 to 3 inches from some of these storms that may slow down or a train over the same areas, so that could be possible. We will be watching for flash flooding. But once again, the big threats tonight are going to be those strong damaging winds and large hail. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 8 a.m. this morning. Meteorologist Gracie Morris and Roberto Zamora are coming in this morning after I leave, so they will have you covered if any warnings are issued. Storm Team 12 will be here throughout the entire morning to keep you safe from these storms. So just check back with us at WJTV, and if you don't have that WJTV weather app, go ahead and download it, because it'll send you those alerts if any warnings are issued. All right, everyone, y'all stay safe tonight and stay weather aware.